34. It's a home game for Halen and the entire Bachelor Conquest team today, getting set for the standing start at Zolder.
And the first few corners here are fast, so you don't necessarily have to be in single file. Again, I think the championship contenders need to be aggressive here.
Corday on the right of your screen, Power on the left in the Aussie Vineyards car. See the lights go out, and then we'll be ready to race at Circuit Zolder. Here we go. Corday's got him covered.
Dornbos and Power side by side.
Jan Halen trying to move up in that green and white car.
Dornbos got a spot.
Neil Johnny's on the move. There's Serbia. Most everyone starting on the alternate Bridgestones, the Reds. Let's get on board with Power. Third.
He's lost one spot, but he's clean. If you're a championship contender, you want to make a move on board Dave, but already, look, there's the flashing lights, the power to pass. Already they're using the extra 50 horsepower to get a position while you can.
Johnny taking a look on the inside of Alex Tagliani back there in the Rocket Sports 8 car. There's the CDW machine of Wilson. He's fourth, started fifth. On board Halen, the graphic from 34.
Takes a quick look to the inside.
Mazda running order, top of your screen. There's the pay-by-touch 22 of Tristan Gomedy starting deep in the field. Leader is Bourdais. Dornbos right there in the 14 car. Power, fourth belongs to the 9 of Wilson. Not everybody starting on the Reds, it appears.
And just the turbulence, it's difficult to make hay when you're in this part of the running order. But everyone, let's say out of the top 4 or 5 right now, is just trying to save some fuel. But that was Tracy.
Paul Tracy in the 3 car. Off course and off the gas, Bill Stevens.
Well, guys, it has been a trying weekend for Paul Tracy. Things started out pretty well on Friday. In fact, at the end of qualifying on Friday, he got on the radio and actually thanked his crew and congratulated them for a great job. There's been so much controversy with that team this year. His crew was so relieved to hear Paul being happy, and then he came out on Saturday and crashed his car into the wall during qualifying and had to repair the car. And so now he's
tried to let some people go by so you can take your time. And the next thing you know, there's a car flying through the air that just comes and careens into you. He said the only thing that didn't need to be repaired on this car was the steering wheel. They didn't have a spare car and spent the entire first day hoping they could even put it together. Bill?
Well, as I started to say before, Jan Halen has a logo that says wheels on the side of his race car. I don't know if we'll get a close enough shot.
A little bit when they're full of fuel.
Well, Bobby D, as we've started to call him, Robert Dornbos, has lots of experience, of course, in Europe, where he is from. We talked to him at the start of the weekend about what it means to him to come to a place he has raced at and had some success at before.
Zolder was special for me because it was the first circuit where I got my race license there, so I sort of destroyed my father's car around there. I kept it in one piece, but the tires were gone and all the noises were inside the cockpit were screaming. I got the license, and that's where it all started 7 years ago.
Just 7 years ago to get to the top level of motorsports in the Champ Car World Series.
Well, that 7-year number is the same distance of time when he was introduced to Jacques Villeneuve at a race, at a Formula One race. 7 years later from that introduction, he was driving a Formula One car. And that is a very quick study.
Mario Dominguez took a huge, he was one of the 2 drivers. Bruno Junqueira and Mario Dominguez both lost 10 spots on pit road. On ESPN this afternoon, 3:30 Eastern. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. Graham Rahal with a move there to get by Jan Halen. So Rahal diving to the inside. Can Halen come back now and recapture that spot at Zolder? We'll find out when we continue. We'll be right back. Weekend along with the entire Conquest team. It's been a busy weekend for Jan. He's had an opportunity to sign a few autographs along the way.
Take a look at the mob scene down here for this autograph session as people have lined up about a quarter of a mile to get the autograph of their favorite Champ Car drivers. And one must-have autograph this weekend is the one of Jan Halen, who was born and raised about 20 miles from the racetrack. There's got to be a really big kick for you.
This is awesome, man. This is, to see this many people here in Belgium and to come here after all these years, to come back to Belgium and do a home race, it's fantastic.
You probably have people coming up and telling you that they come from the same town where you were born.
Oh yeah, I grew up just around the corner, so there's a lot of familiar faces and a lot of people that have been supporting me my whole career. So it's awesome to see them all out here.
We'll let him get back to work because there are a lot of people that want his signature.
Jan Halen, almost a national hero in Belgium. And
4 times your driver's what 4 times the weight of the car. It's almost like you're hanging on the belt when you get on the brakes. It's pretty phenomenal stopping power.
The 9 car of Wilson, 7th in the running order at the moment.
Here comes Bourdais by Junqueira.
Oh, Bruno Junqueira, his ex-teammate. They nearly got together. Junqueira had to squeeze the brakes hard in the Sonny's Barbecue 19. Bourdais to 4th in the running order. On board Rahal. Back in 6th behind Junqueira. Cosworth power to pass time. Now Rahal's burned up 34 seconds of his. Bourdais 17. Here's another look at the move.
And that's an aggressive move, putting yourself in a position to where Bruno Junqueira can't turn into the corner. That's how you have to make passes on this type of a racetrack. We talked about that's one of the places where you would be almost 4 Gs on the brakes.
I think it's worth, as a matter of fact, to play defense on against Graham Rahal. Rahal pretty pumped about coming over here for the first Champ Car European swing in 4 seasons. We talked to him about that.
Lived in England for about 8 months when Dad ran Jaguar Formula 1 team. So it's kind of like going back home for me. Spent a lot of time there. I think, for us, we've spent a lot of hours of preparation as a team to go there. So hopefully we can do a good job.
And he loved his car on the first part of the circuit, but then struggled with his car on the backside. And there's no question that they've made some changes to where he's been quick. Graham Rahal gets by Gomandi now.
Oh,
and here comes Wilson.
Trying to squeeze to the inside. The CDW car. Wilson trying to pick up 2 spots.
Oh, 2 for 1.
Rahal off in the weeds, and Wilson gets it done. Now he's zeroing in on Bruno. That would be for 4th.
You don't see that very often. You don't see picking up 2 positions in 1 corner. That was a nice advantage of momentum, and now he has good momentum and some power to pass to force the issue and get by Junqueira.
Wilson's got plenty of it left. 50 seconds on the clock. The CDW car way wide. Did he get offline there? He did.
He got 2 and gave 2 up. Wow.
You could see the brake squeal there. You could see the smoke off one of the front wheels as Wilson had to get on the brakes and offline, and he gave up those spots to Junqueira and to Rahal. Will Power nearly getting by. Here's the move. Rahal first by Gomandi.
Rahal's thinking, fantastic, I just got by Gomandi, and then at the same time he's trying to get back online. Slicing up the inside comes Justin Wilson. Then he tries to make the move.
On board Wilson, let's see how he does that job.
And he just lost his spot live.
Yeah, Will Power got by.
And Will Power, you can see him on the power to pass with the flashing light when he went by. So Justin Wilson looked like he was on the move, and now he's going straight backwards.
Wonder if he got the tires dirty by going offline there. You can see a lot of debris flying when that scramble occurred on the last lap through this area. Wow, some wild developments with 12 minutes to go at Circuit Zolder in the Champ Car Grand Prix of Zolder. A reminder, Champ Car World Series European Tour continues next week, Sunday the 2nd. Live coverage of the Champ Car Grand Prix of Holland from TT Circuit Assen.
The operative question is, how did you ever make it to the finish line on your fuel? And Dale Coyne over here is chuckling about it. Bruno, tell us about it.
Well, it was really hard. I had Sebastian behind me. I knew that I had to save a lot of fuel, and he just passed me in a place that I wasn't expecting. I was just lifting very early. Maybe I was going to push the pass, and then to keep Rahal behind me and still doing a very good mileage was hard, but great job for us. I'm very happy.
And what a day for you, Dale.
It's good. I mean, we've had some thirds, and we got a second with this guy. We always had confidence in him in the past, and he did it today. We had some mess ups, but we played strategy, and it worked out really good.
I think a very popular result for this team.
Fantastic outcome for Dale Coyne Racing. Bruno Junqueira, and he attacked that way. All right, let's get the thoughts of the 3rd place finisher. Back to Bill.
Graham Rahal, we spoke before the race, and you mentioned how, even though you were starting back in the field, the brakes could come your way, and it looked like that happened today.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Metazone team did a great job today. When we got out in the clear, we were really fast. I think we had the fastest couple of laps of the race by that point. And, when we didn't have to save fuel or anything, I mean, we really moved through the field. And the guys did great job with strategy and pit stops and everything, and just helped us move to the front.
Great rookie day for you. Congratulations.
Proud dad Bobby Rahal there, celebrating with his son Graham, who gets to 3rd. Thought he could get by Bruno Junqueira because Bruno wouldn't have enough fuel. Didn't quite work out that way. Let's have a look at our Ross Brown's rookie